Hi Girl Scouts, I'm Katerina, one of the Girl Experience Specialists for Girl Scouts of California Central Coast.
And I'm Emily, a local Girl Scout ambassador.
Today we will be working on the Brownie Home Scientist Badge. When you think about science, you may start to think about school, but there are tons of different science experiments you can do at home that are actually really fun.
Step 1 of this badge is to be a kitchen chemist.
To be a kitchen chemist, you are going to be making rock candy. Making rock candy is super fun, and it's also scientific.
You will need an adult's help, a cup that can be used with hot water, a piece of string, a pencil or other long thin object, water, a pot, sugar, and some food coloring if you want your rock candy to be colorful.
With an adult's help, boil about 2 cups of water. Now that the water is boiling, slowly stir in sugar until it won't dissolve anymore. As you can see, the water now has so much sugar in it that it has become a super saturated solution. This means that there is so much sugar in the water that the water can't hold it all. The water wants to get rid of all the extra sugar as it cools down, so the sugar crystallizes into large candy crystals.
Pour the liquid into the cup, making sure you don't get any undissolved sugar in the cup. If there is undissolved sugar at the bottom, your candy crystals will stick to those instead of your string. Add a few drops of your choice of food coloring. We will be using pink and blue. Then tie one end of your string around the pencil. Place the other end of the string into your sugar liquid, making sure the string doesn't touch the bottom of the cup.
Set your cup somewhere where it will not get disturbed. The crystals will start to form after an hour or so, but they should be allowed to grow for several days to make larger crystals. The second step in this badge is to create static electricity. Have you ever gone to touch someone's hand and felt a zap instead? If you have, then you have felt static electricity. Today we are going to be creating static electricity using a balloon.
For this step, you will need an inflated balloon, your hair, and some strips of paper or bubbles. The first thing you will need to do is charge your balloon. Rub it on your hair quickly to charge it. Now that your balloon is charged, bring it close to the strips of paper. What happens?
Static electricity is caused when there is an unequal number of positive and negative electrons on the surface of an object. When you rubbed the balloon on your hair, the balloon took some of the negative charge from your hair. This made the balloon have a negative charge while your hair had a positive charge. That's why your hair stuck to the balloon when you pulled the balloon away, because opposite charges attract.
The third step in this badge is to dive into density.
Have you ever wondered why some things float in water while others sink? This is because they have different densities.
Density is how heavy an object is compared to its size. A small, heavy object, such as a rock, has a higher density than something large and light, like a basketball. Objects with high density will sink in water, while objects with low density will float. For this step, you will need a large tub or bowl of water and 2 fruits with peels. To test the densities of your fruit, place one in the water and see what happens. As you can see, the orange floats.
Test this with a couple other fruits and see whether they sink or float. As you can see, our lemon sinks. After you have seen which fruits float and which ones sink, peel your fruits and test them all again. Did anything change? As we can see, the lemon is now floating and the orange has sunk. The fourth step in this badge is to make something bubble up. You are going to be using some common household objects to fill up a balloon.
You will need an empty water bottle, a balloon, some baking soda, some vinegar, a funnel, and a couple of measuring spoons. First, use the funnel to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda to the balloon. Then add 2 tablespoons of vinegar to the empty water bottle. Now, put the end of the balloon around the opening of the water bottle. Lift the top of the balloon to dump the baking soda into the water bottle. Watch what happens.
Carefully remove the balloon and tie the end. Baking soda reacts with the vinegar, creating carbon dioxide, which fills up the balloon. The fifth and final step in this badge is to play with science. Choose one of the recipes in the PDF or find one of your own to create slime, Play-Doh, or oobleck.
We are going to be making the oobleck or non-Newtonian fluid.
If you would like to follow along with us, you will need a large bowl, cornstarch, and water. In the large bowl, combine small amounts of cornstarch and water until the mixture looks like heavy whipping cream and has the consistency of honey. The approximate ratio is 2 cups of cornstarch for 1 cup of water. It is best to start with less water and add more as needed. After you make your mixture, gently lay your hand on the mixture. Your hand should start to sink. Move your hand through the mixture slowly and then quickly. Which was easier? One of the cool things about this mixture is that when force is applied by moving too quickly through it, it acts like a solid, but when moved through slowly, it acts as a liquid.
Try slowly submerging your hand in the mixture, grabbing a handful of it and pulling it out quickly. Then do the same thing, but pull your hand out slowly. Did you notice a difference?
Thank you so much for following along with this program. We can't wait to see your completed project pictures. Send your photos to media@girlscoutsccc.org for a chance to be featured on one of our social media channels. For more at-home programming, visit us at girlscoutsccc.org.